We appreciate the Bureau's diligent work in assembling building blocks for constructing a multilateral ABS system. However, some of the blocks are still missing. First, legal certainty governing the use of materials and sequences is lacking, as the draft omits binding contracts for network laboratories, databases, and users. Even for manufacturers, the conditions for using the PABS resources remain undefined. Without standardized agreements specifying terms of use, including benefit sharing obligation, legal certainty cannot be ensured, contrary to Article 12.5.b of the Pandemic Agreement. We also see no rationale to why depart from the tested tools such as SMTAs and Data Access Agreement, which underpin research and development globally, including the PIP framework. We heard today market failure is the norm, and this is why we need legal interventions, and therefore access should be subject to undertaking of benefit sharing obligations. It cannot be recipients of PABS resources later voluntarily coming and entering into PABS contracts. In the absence of these contracts, laboratories' databases lack accountability, and reliance on external entities without agreements is unacceptable, as it cannot guarantee non-discriminatory access to PABS resources or fair and equitable benefit sharing. We echo the call for publishing PABS contract by Knowledge Ecology International. The equal footing principle is compromised when sharing of pathogens causing PHEIC is mandatory, yet access to VTDs as a benefit is activated only in pandemics and not to prevent PHEIC. Finally, co-chair, the omission of a WHO PABS sequence database is a critical gap. More than 70 parties and approximately 300 scientific experts have advocated for such a solution. We have heard extensively the debate between GSAID and INSDC models in the informals, and the debate showed why both models remain inadequate and promotes inequitable extraction of data from developing countries. And we find no reason why we cannot have user registration for those seeking access to PABS sequence information. Not having the user registration promotes digital biopiracy, undermining not only the objectives of PABS, but also its legitimacy. We hope ongoing negotiations will address these missing elements and make PABS operational ready at the time of entry into force of Pandemic Agreement.